Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm glad to have you here. If this is your first time of watching my YouTube video, thank you so much for clicking that button to watch. I'm really grateful. If you're a returning subscriber, a returning video watcher, thank you so much for coming back to watch. Please don't forget to hit the like, the subscribe, and put on your notifications to always get notified whenever I put on a video on my YouTube channel. So today we would continue a reviewing our precious book, right? How to Win Friends and Influence People, part 3. Part 3 says how to influence people to your way of thinking. So how do you influence people to your way of thinking? If you have not watched part 1, part 2, right, go back and I'm linking it up there, right? Go back and watch part 1 and part 2 of this book. This book is divided into 4 parts, right? Today we're reviewing part 3 in this second part of this video, right? And part 3 says that how to influence people to your way of thinking. Chapter 1 of part 3 says that you cannot win an argument. It was Buddha who said hatred is not ended by hatred but by love, right? The same thing is that you cannot win a misunderstanding other than by sympathetic understanding of other people's point of view, right? So what do you do, right? How do you win an argument? There is only one way to get the best out of every argument. And what is that way? That way is to avoid an argument. Avoid an argument as possible as you can. Dale Carnegie shared 3 things you can do to resolve every argument. Number 1 is that give your opponent the chance to talk, right? A lot of time people are talking and then you are interrupting them. They are sharing their pain points, but you are interrupting them. Don't do that. If you want to get any arguments resolved, first thing you must do is that you must ensure that you give them room to talk and you listen to them. Number 2 thing you can do is that you must look for areas that you both agree in. Look for areas that you both agree in that, oh, you said this, right? I said this, and this fact, they are correlating. I agree with you on this part, but I do not agree with you on other parts, right? Look for that area of agreement. It creates that fear, that respect within both of you that enables you guys not to continue with an heated argument, but really relax manner that this person understands me, right? Not that this person does not understand me, and I don't want to understand this person either. I am correct, you are also correct, right? But look for areas that both of you are both correct. The third thing you can do is that apologize when you notice that you are wrong about the fact. Oh, I'm sorry, I said that Messi and Ronaldo are not the same goats, right? Messi is by talent, Ronaldo is by hard work, right? Ronaldo is a goat by hard work, right? Oh, I've seen both of them, like they have seen their workout routine, and like both of them are actually hardworking, right? Apologize about that and then do that sincerely. This is the best way to get every argument resolved. But nevertheless, the best way to win an argument is to avoid it completely. Chapter 2, a sure way of making enemy and how to avoid it. What is that sure way of making enemy? The surest way of making an enemy is to tell people that they are wrong. Yes, people make mistakes. Yes, people should be corrected. Yes, people do things that displeases you, and you really want to tell them that you are wrong for that, you did this and that and that and that, right? That is the surest way of making an enemy. Don't do that. Never tell people that they are wrong, right? What you do is that you are making them feel bad about themselves. Imagine telling someone who is going through low self-esteem at a point in their life, right? And then you are telling them, oh, you are wrong. That really kills a lot of people low self-esteem. You can remember maybe when you're a child and you do something with your childhood innocence, right? Your parents are telling you, you are wrong, you don't know how to do this thing, you are bad at doing this thing. What you discover is that child eventually becomes shy, timid, and they are not eventually bold, right? They are not eventually smart, even if they are born brilliant and smart, right? Never tell people they are wrong. It's a sure way of making enemies. Chapter 3, if you are wrong, admit it. Another proverb used in this book says that By fighting, you never get enough. But by yielding, you get more than you expect, right? If you're wrong about anything, if you're a boss, you're a leader, you're wrong about anything, admit it, own up your mistakes, right? Go and apologize. Hey guys, I'm sorry about this thing. I'm sorry for doing this and that, right? I realized my mistake. Please do forgive me, right? That enables people to look at you with honor, self-dignity, and respect. So please, if you are wrong, always admit your mistakes. Don't find ways of pushing blame to others like, oh, this person is the reason why I did this and that, right? Own your mistake. Take up that responsibility, right? And trust me, you are going to have amazing relationship with people. Chapter 4, a drop of honey. Do you know that a drop of honey attracts more flies than a drop of gallon, right? Gallon of oil. If you put a drop of honey here, you put a drop of oil here, you would see that honey has a sticky, sweet, inviting smell that attracts flies to them. But oil doesn't have that sticky, right? A fly can touch the oil. Kindness, friendly approach can make people, right, turn their hearts towards you positively because they now feel that, oh, this person is kind, this person is friendly, right? And this person wants more friend. It draws people, right? This is the drop of honey that attracts people to your life. Be kind to people, be friendly, right? Smile, be cheerful, and care about people. This is the drop of honey that does magic in you having friends. Chapter 5, the secret of Socrates. What exactly is the secret of Socrates? The secret of Socrates is that Socrates knows how to ask questions, right? And he doesn't just ask questions. He asks questions that makes you say yes every time. For example, you went to a car showroom. Probably you like a Toyota Highlander, right? And that was just released in 2023. And then you went to this showroom. You're looking at it from afar. Then the showroom keeper saw you from across the road and like, hey sir, do you want to come closer and look at this car? And you're like, yes, I want to, but I'm scared. Like, no, come. Right? And then you go and like, oh, why do you like this car? Look at it from the glass and like, do you want to touch this car? Be like, yes, I want to touch this car. And like, after touching it, like, do you want to enter this car and see the interior? Yes, I want to see the interior. Do you want to test drive this car? Yes, if I can't test drive this car, I would love to test drive this car, right? Keep asking questions that make you say yes. And eventually, when the person asks you, do you want to buy this car? You might even mistakenly say yes before you think about your account number. So if you're a business person, if you're an entrepreneur, this is a lesson for you. Ask your customers questions that will make them say yes and not even a no. Don't give them a chance to say no. That no, I don't want to buy goods, I don't want to buy this. Give them reasons why they should say yes. Look at like, oh, this shoe. Really? If you have this shoe, do you need a shoe to go out when there's rain, right? Rainy shoe. Yes, I need a rainy shoe. This shoe is a rubber shoe, right? Not a leather. The sole is a rubber shoe. That just prefer like, oh, really? Yes, I want to buy this shoe, right? Ask questions that make them say yes. This is the secret that Socrates used all his life to become an influential, powerful person. Deceptive verb in handling complaints, right? This chapter is good for every salesperson, every business person, every CEO, right? Every customer support person, every entrepreneur, every creative person. This chapter is for you. What is the secret verb in handling complaint, right? It's simple, right? Listening to people without interruption. This is what Dale Carnegie preached. Listen to people without interruptions. Like I said earlier in chapter 1, right? That when you listen to people without interruption, they're able to share their pain point. They're able to share their hearts with you. Doing so frees them from the burden that they are stocking up on, right? And not only that it frees them, but that it also enables you to get into their hearts. By the time you get into their hearts, to be able to control them is now easy for you, right? You want your customers to be able to tell you that, yes, this and this was what I don't like about your service, right? Don't interrupt them like, no, 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 no. I picked your call. I picked your call. Don't tell me I did not pick your call, right? Let them express themselves. You might even be wrong. You might be right, but let them express themselves first. And trust me, this will help you to handle complaints of any kind in a very, very positive manner. Trust me. Chapter 7, how to get cooperation. You will agree with me that when people tell you that you're a part of something right, and that you are the one who brings this vision to life, you're the one who brings this dream to life, basically, you feel more committed to that project, to that stuff, than you would ordinarily will, right? You would, for example, you might be watching this video and you work at different companies. There's one company that is your favorite. If you check well, it is that CEO made you a part of the success story of that company. That's why that company would stand out as your favorite company above all. You might even be earning like better salaries than you earn in that particular company, but you did not feel accomplished because you did not feel part of that organization, of that vision, right? The success story wasn't about you, right? It was more about the company, it was more about the CEO than it was about you, right? So how do you get cooperation from people? Make them a part of the vision, right? Inform them, tell them, if this thing fails, right, it is all of us. If it succeeds, it is you, right? That enables you to get cooperation. People naturally don't want things to fail in their hands, right? People want things to succeed in their hands. It makes them happy. It gives them joy. So trust me, you want to make everybody a part of your vision, right? Let them know about it. Include them. Find a way to include them. Then you will get maximum cooperation from anybody in this world. Chapter 8, a formula that works wonders. Seeing things through another person's eyes, right, reduces tension, especially when personal problem becomes overwhelming. You would agree with me that when people judge you without you explaining yourself, makes you feel very bad, and sometimes it gets people angry. Not just angry, it gets people nervous, right? And people just want to close up in their shell. So what's the formula that works wonders, right? It is that you put yourself in everybody's shoes before you judge them. Oh, this person made this mistake, right? Put yourself in their shoe. Do I have the same experience as they did, right? As I do, right? Do I have the same experience as them? If I do, will I make the same mistake as this person? And all of those questions, put yourself in their shoes. This person is angry, that's why they tear up, right? Make like shouted and the likes, right? Even though that's not an excuse, right? But put yourself in their shoes first before you make any judgment. This will work wonders in relating with people. It will not just make you relate with people well, but it will make you trustable and likable to people. People naturally are attracted to people who understood them, right, and do not misjudge them. That does not mean that you cannot call people to order, right? But before calling them to order, put yourself in their shoe first. Look at it from their own point of view. When you sympathize with people, you give them more reason to like you. Something funny happened 2 weeks ago. I needed to make a delivery, and the distance was quite much. I was trying Google that app, and I wasn't getting it right? And I called one guy like, could you help me do this delivery? He told me he's going to charge me this amount. And by the time he set on the road, like, the rain is falling, this place is far, and the lights, right? Finally, he did the delivery. He was angry, very angry, right? When I went to collect it from him, the first thing I did was, oh, I'm sorry. Sorry about the stress. Sorry about what you went through, right? It wasn't my intention. I didn't think that the road was going to be so messed up today, right? And then that relaxed him. Someone that was shouting like, you're going to pay me extra. It just relaxed him. He didn't even feel like collecting extra money from me, right? I would tell him, no, don't worry. I'm going to pay you extra, right? And you're like, oh, I got injured. I was like, oh my God, so sorry. Sincerely from my heart, I was so sorry. I sympathized with him, told him sorry, he should take a drug, offered like to get him a drug, like, no, that's just just a minor injury, checked it, right? Give him water to clean his leg, right? That made him feel so good. The next day, which was Monday, I sent him a text. I'm like, how are you feeling now? How is your leg? And are you back to work? He was like, yes. He inboxed me like a week later. I was like, you are one of the most like first people, right, to actually make me feel good, right? People make me feel less doing delivery, bike delivery guy work, right? And like the just like a piece of shit, but yours was different. Even though I shouted on you, I was angry with you, you still maintain your temper, you still maintain your cool, right? You're calm with me, you really care about me. And like, please save my number. I want to keep like doing delivery for you. I felt so touched by that, right? What is the importance of reading without applying this knowledge, right? Tomorrow, if I say I want to make a delivery, he might leave other deliveries just because he really is interested in me. He really likes me, right? And he likes, right? Basically. So sympathize with people, make them feel comfortable, make them feel relaxed, make them know that you truly care about them. Chapter 10, an appeal everybody likes. What is that appeal that everybody likes? The story of John D. Rockefeller is what really, really stood out for me in this chapter. John D. Rockefeller had a hard time telling reporters, right, not to snap his children, talk about his children in the news, the press, right? But each time tell them, no, don't take my children's picture, I don't like it. The more they do it, the more people want to write stories about his children. So one day, people were taking pictures, he would just maintain his calm, and he told them, he said, do you know that if you expose youngsters, young children to media publicity early, it affects their self-esteem. Not only that, it makes them feel proud and makes them really uncultured in the society, right? You have children yourself. If you do that to your children, you're actually harming them. That actually created a sense of responsibility in their head. And from that moment, the press stopped taking pictures of his. Simple trick that John D. Rockefeller applied was that he appealed to a nobler motive, right? A more noble reason why people should stop doing something or start doing something. When you can find that, deploy that as an instrument, and you will see that people will change their hearts, change their thinking in split seconds, appeal to a nobler motive, and people will automatically dance to your tune. Chapter 11, the movies does it, the TV does it. Why don't you do it? What exactly is the thing they are doing? The thing they are doing is that they are what? Dramatizing their ideas. When you watch a TV, you're not just listening to a radio, right? Just listening to an audio voice. We are looking at the actions, the emotions, the reactions of the person speaking to you. This is why people watch news. This is why sites like Insta blogs, CNN, Netflix are currently selling today, right? Because people want to hear a story. Not just hearing a story, people want to see a story. People want to be able to relate emotionally by visual expression to a story. So if you're a marketer and you want to present your idea, please present your idea in a visual format that people can always relate to. That would enable you to sell faster to a more wider range of audience. Chapter 12, when nothing else works, try this. When nothing else will, try this. What exactly should you try, right? Charles Schwab one day is the owner of a milk company, and then he had a manager. So when he went to the factory and he asked manager like, oh, what's happening with production? Production has been low from what I'm seeing in the books and the likes. And the manager told him, and he said that he has done everything possible to encourage the workers to work really hard, but it wasn't working, right? So he has fired them, wasn't working. He has given them incentive, it wasn't working, right? It was for some times, and then it stopped working. Charles Schwab just smiled, and he told him, he said, just watch what I will do. He called people on the morning shift, and was like, oh, how many tons of production have you guys done today? And they told him 6. He just wrote 6 big, like 6 big on the floor, on the entrance of the factory. When the night shift guys came, they're like, oh, what's this number for? We're like, oh, big boss came into the factory today, and then 6 was the total number of production we had today. We're like, oh, really? Oh, that's nice, right? By the time the night shift guys were done, they cleaned that 6 and they wrote a big 7 on the floor. When the morning guys came back, they're like, 7, Wow, nice one. It began a competition, they clean it. By the time they were done, they wrote 11. They've done 11 production for that through a challenge, through a competition, right? Let people when people compete, they tend to do overly beyond and above their normal capacity, right? So if you're a factory worker, this factory owner, factory manager, this might be what you need. Through a competition, through a challenge. Thank you for clicking to watch this video. Thank you. Please like, share with your friends, copy the link, post it on your WhatsApp status, post it on Twitter, post it on Instagram, post it on Facebook, click the like button, or put on your notification, drop a comment for me. The books you want me to review, drop that comment. Yes, and I'll see you in part 3 of this video. Thank you. See ya.